Are y'all serious? Y'all gotta be joking. It's no way this one person created such an uproar between men and women. But I get where everyone is coming from. So I'm basically here to bring like a healthy, balanced perspective to just this conversation to, I guess, validate both men and women, but also to tell y'all about yourselves, because y'all really was acting up on this internet. And it really shows how men will weaponize a woman to basically get at another woman to get her to compete. But it also shows how competitive women are and just their jealous nature. And of course, it's not all of them, but we are speaking of just specific things. So let's just get straight into it. So if you haven't been keeping up, we are here to talk about Cooking with Kaya, a 23-year-old TikToker by the name of Kaya, who is currently going viral because she makes cooking videos and she creates a fantasy while doing it. So basically, her entire marketing tactic is to start off her videos with a catchy song, which is basically Cooking with Kaya, and she just repeats that while also appealing to the male gaze. And it's very obvious that her cooking videos are appealing to men, and the girls don't like it. And when I say the girls aren't having it, I'm talking about, honestly, I feel like the insecure women, because I don't see anything wrong with her content. As a cooking content creator myself, would I use her marketing tactic in order to reach a larger audience? Personally, no, because I feel like it will draw in the wrong attention. And that's also something that we're going to get into in this video. In case you've never came across her content, I'm just going to insert a few clips just so you can get an idea of what it is, so that you can have a better perspective while we're having this conversation.
Girl, your man will be took if you woke up to breakfast in bed at Kai's house. Welcome to another video. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Let's get started. Girl, I can take your man if he tried Kaya's chicken pasta. Cause welcome to another video. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya.
We listen and we don't judge. And when I say this, I'm off of here. That Cooking with Kaya girl, she's taking a basic skill that we all should know and over-sexualizing it, and that's why y'all like it. Oh, don't hurt me now. Don't hurt me.
Kaya's coming for you. Wake up and make your man some breakfast before I do. Welcome to another video. Cooking with Kaya. 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 Cooking with Kaya.
Women online are dragging another woman for getting millions of views for doing this online.
Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya.
When I say millions, I mean millions of views. Now, it's about cooking, but it's also about something else. And this is clearly male-centered content, and it's kind of OF adjacent. But I was like, are the girls really mad about this? Y'all talking about my cooking videos, but your body count higher than my rent. Let's start there. She says in some of her videos, if you don't get up and cook for your man, I will. And that's why the girlies are mad. The girlies are always going to feel some kind of way when a woman is male-centered and threatening to take somebody's man. Whether she can pull him or not, the girlies don't like that. Like, everybody's not a girl's girl, and y'all got to get over that. There are some women who have no problems dating a married man, pursuing a man who has a girlfriend. There are literally women out there mad that their men are reposting her videos, commenting on her videos. Don't be mad at her. Be mad at your raggedy man who has no discipline. If you have a problem with the fact that your man has a wandering eye, don't try to change the woman. You might have to change the man. The same kind of men who are reposting and engaging with her content are probably the same men who are only following IG baddies. If your man can't seem to stop himself from liking, engaging, and reposting content from a pretty woman that he sees online, I bet you that man is much worse in person. There are women who made their men 3 meals a day and that man still cheated. But if a woman can take your man with a little twerky and some turkey, he was never yours in the first place.
The timeline don't like a little bit of cooking and twerking. If you gotta worry about your man being persuaded over some food, I got some bad news for you. The call is coming from inside the house. That same house that your man is ready to walk out of. His foot is damn near out the door. Maybe I'm just not on the cooking side of TikTok because I never knew who a Cooking with Kaya was. But after all the discourse, I decided to go on her page to see what the issue was. And I come to the conclusion, I still don't know what the issue is. Listen, I'm not the one that tried to start up any drama, but some of y'all sound like haters. I know all the negative Nancy's gonna try to congregate in my comments and talking about how she's trying to spread the narrative of being a home wrecker. If somebody can come in your home and shake it up like turbulence, the foundation was a little bit rocky to begin with. I saw a couple videos that say that her food don't even look that good. Newsflash, you ain't got to be the one to eat it. If y'all that triggered about a girl cooking in her own kitchen, then maybe y'all need to go in y'all kitchen and start whipping up some pots and pans. This is how I know that some of y'all be falling for anything. It's visibly clear, 2020 clear. Stephen Wonder can see that she's clearly
trying to make it seem like that cooking with Kaya, that cute, or she can still everybody there. Like, she is not, like, I am a girl's girl and she is cute, but y'all making it seem like this Beyonce. Like, if y'all man go for that, he just easy, and y'all should have been left his ass. And if he do, start cooking for your man. Start doing stuff around the house for your man. Like, obviously you not doing something. Obviously you lacking somewhere, because that cute. Don't worry about it. Since y'all doing all that about her, I'm gonna make one, and I'm gonna be like, cooking with Stephanie, and I'm gonna wear the most littlest shorts ever, because that's what she do, and just turn that ass around and get the bending it over, and y'all falling. That's easy. Why are y'all falling that easy?
Got him. We fucking got him. Right where we want him.
Cooking with Kaya is just an example of what I've been saying, which is that women really just compete with one another and compete with each other for the attention of men, and they just use men as the collateral to do so. I've been saying that. And a lot of the girls, y'all is really upset because y'all can't clock her like y'all do the other girls. Natural body, face is T, okay? Y'all can't say she got a helmet head. Okay, natural body, but just a regular beauty, and y'all can't take it. Y'all can't fathom how she gets to get the same attention as the other girls. Y'all just cannot understand it. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna go. Let this be a lesson to y'all. Like, a lot of women are their most dangerous selves when a man is involved. That's why I don't, when it comes to a man, I'm not giving nobody no advice. I'm not gonna come between nobody and their man, who they want to be their man, who they think they their man, who they plotting on being a man. I will never get in the middle of it, because something very animalistic happens in the mind of a woman when a man is involved, whether it's her man or not. Something be going on up here. And yeah, let this be a lesson. Women become very dangerous when men are involved. Look at how they're treating that young lady. She ain't did nothing but cook some food, be cute, be natural, shake a little butt. That's all she did. And look how they're treating her. And you want to believe that women are just this supportive, loving, nurturing group of people.
Cooking with Bree. Cooking with Bree. Hey.
Kaya, cooking with Kaya, turn around and pop some ass, cooking with Kaya, cooking with Kaya. The food probably nasty anyways. It probably look good, but it probably look nasty anyways. You put it all, girl. We're not hating. It's just like, why are you showing the food and why are you shaking your ass at the same time? Every time you show a plate, every time you turn around and twerk. Like, are you showing us the food? Like, I just want some food. I don't want to look at the ass. I just want some food. And if y'all boys falling for that, y'all know y'all easy. Y'all just easy. Just wanna get everything. Y'all just so easy. Cause there's no way y'all falling for that. Like everybody have a like body, everybody can shake ass. Like, I know as some people don't know how to cook, but at least y'all can shake some ass, even y'all got the bones on y'all ass. Y'all can sing shit like, oh y'all boys fighting for the ass or the food. I'm trying to figure it out. Oh y'all fighting for the ass or the food? Cause every time she's showing the food, and every time she's turning on the twerk. Like what? That's disgusting.
Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya.
Hey, huh? What? I'm hungry. What about you? Yeah, me too. Why? What you finna do? Cook? Come on, I want some seafood. Are you buying? Come on, boy, before they close. Well, baby, can you at least drive? I ain't been feeling too good. Nigga, I'll meet you outside. Please, Lord, kill this bitch.
Welcome to another video. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya.
I had to tap into that Cooking with Kaya tea and figure out what was going on. It took me all of 5 seconds. Y'all would rather fight the other woman than leave that man. Y'all would rather pull up at her job, find her at the Walmart, and drag her down the aisles instead of leaving that man. The man is at home playing the game, wishing you would come home and cook and shake your little tootsie pop. Give him a little entertainment. But you mad at a little young girl on the internet who is basically a figment of his imagination. Yeah. Who is engaging with the content. You should be mad at who's engaging with the content, not who is making the content. The misogyny jumps out of you women every chance it gets. Her content should be flopping. Why? Because your man should have some integrity, because it's no women watching her. The content was strictly made for men like your boyfriend who have no morals, integrity, and don't have no faithfulness in their body. Duh. That's all I know.
Kaya's coming for you. We can answer records before I do. Welcome to another video. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya.
Well, fuck. Well, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? Leaving back again. I want to apologize.
Welcome to another video. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. So what are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
Bro,
EJ, what are you doing?
I'm on TikTok.
EJ, what are you doing on TikTok?
Bro. Damn, I can't scroll.
EJ, you were on her page, scrolling through all her videos, licking your lips and shit.
Bro, I'm looking for meal suggestions, bro. What?
What you need a meal suggestion for?
Sorry, bro. You doing too much.
How am I doing too much? You sit right here in my face scrolling her. Okay.
Bro, you like girls on TikTok, bro.
Okay.
You like girls on TikTok, bro.
Okay. That's that thirsty ass shit I be talking about.
Bro, I can't look at her food.
For what?
Like, damn.
For what?
Okay.
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 Come on, man. Stop your ass.
You gotta be
So I guess it's my turn to talk about the Cooking with Kaya. Okay, so I watched a couple videos. I seen what was tea. The food looked good. Kaya's pretty. All right. So the big scandal is how the man is reacting to Cooking with Kaya. See, I don't think Kaya's doing nothing wrong. Y'all need to get y'all niggas on the leash. I mean, like, what? How y'all gonna get mad at her for knowing how to cook and being pretty? God bless her. What's going on here? So the men, you know, they're gesturing towards, you know, Kaya, making inappropriate comments, and maybe y'all should get in the kitchen and cook for y'all man and, you know, do something to keep him, because their eyes are wandering over to Kaya and y'all just blaming her for it. First off, like I say, I need to get y'all niggas on a leash. As a matter of fact, get y'all a new nigga that's not looking at other females. Can we start there? I mean, there's just no way. There's just no way. I'm looking at all these comments, girls hating and all that. You could just tell they're not a girl's girl. They're not a girl's girl. I'm not going to sit here and say that I love Kaya and I'm a fan of her. I don't know her. I watched a couple videos and that's it. That's all. I seen her cooking. I seen her do her little 1-2. What's the problem? The men are being inappropriate. Okay. Why is your man being inappropriate towards another female? Sounds like you need to get another man. All right.
People who were liking Cooking with Kaya's videos and were commenting in her comment section were women, y'all would not have a problem with it. And for the other girls out here saying that she's not even that cute, you're just jealous. You are just jealous. It's okay to be jealous, but maybe don't say it on the internet because it makes you look even uglier than you think you are. And it's like, you can't get mad at Cooking with Kaya for being cute and flirty while making videos because you have bad judgment in men, because you're afraid your man's going to be in her comment section scrolling through her videos. Stop blaming other women for your bad judgment. Set a standard for yourself and stick with it. You can't blame nobody else but yourself.
I tried my hardest not to say anything about this whole Cooking with Kaya situation, but clearly it needs to be said, and some of y'all need to hear this. If you are bothered by that young lady, it's because deep down inside, you know you're not fulfilling your role as a girlfriend or a wife. Yep, I said it. Because this is how I see it. If you're secure within yourself and secure within your relationship, God himself should be able to drop Cooking with Kaya right at your doorstep to cook a meal for your man, and you know your relationship would not be tested nor bothered. Even if you don't cook, if you know you bring a lot of other things to the table that satisfies your man, then you shouldn't be worried about no woman's cooking being able to take your man away from you. Like, what? Since when did we get so insecure as women to where we're bothered thinking that a woman who knows how to cook can take our man? Y'all, get it together. Get it together. It ain't that deep. If your cooking skills feel threatened, you have YouTube, you have TikTok, you have Google. Hell, Alexa can read off recipes for you. It ain't that serious. So like I said, if you're really bothered by Cooking with Kaya, it's because deep down she is tapping into an insecurity that you don't want to admit to yourself. Because me personally, I'm secure within myself and secure within my relationship enough to where, hell, I would probably have that girl come cook for the both of us because her cooking be looking good. And honestly, the harsh reality is if your man could be taken, period, then he just wasn't yours to keep to begin with.
To be honest, the first time I saw her videos was when the situation was going viral, and my first impression was, oh, she looked good, like body is banging and she's a pretty girl, but also her food looks good. So is her marketing strategy effective? Yes. I'm a straight woman and I saw her body and I'm like, damn, she looked good. So imagine if she's trying to appeal to the male gaze, if she's building her platform with the intention to gain the male audience, she's doing very well at doing that. I'll be completely honest. And I don't see why people are tripping about it. But the girls are tripping because their man is also a part of that audience. So let's really get into it. Not all women are tripping about her content. But one thing that I do want to acknowledge is that some of her content is very rage baiting towards women. And the reason why I say that is because in some of her videos, she's saying cook for your man, or I will, or I'm gonna take your man if you don't cook for him. I can understand why that would rub a woman the wrong way. Not necessarily because you may feel like, oh, she's really gonna take your man, because let's be for real, like the girl don't know your man. So if you're really tripping about your man looking at this girl online, and don't get me wrong, like disrespect is disrespect in the way that they're doing it, but if he's happened to come across her content, or you're feeling like you want to start posting videos like, oh, like you want to fight her, like you're doing a lot. It's a bit extreme, honestly. But I can understand how like character wise that can rub a person the wrong way, because it's like it don't give girls girl, it gives like you one of them type of girls. And let's be honest, like I personally wouldn't even want to engage with you if you're like that. And for a person to say things like that, that reflects a certain type of tone on their character, which is not really the best. So I can definitely understand why women wouldn't really take too well to her content for that reason. But if you're looking at her content, just her cooking and shaking a little butt in the beginning of her intro, I don't see a problem with it. It's kind of just like, okay, you acknowledge it and you keep it pushing. But the girls have really been showing their cat claws, and it's actually kind of scary, but it also proves the point where people say a lot of women be insecure, but it's like in a way where it's not really like, it's not warranted. Like it's a bit extreme, honestly. But I am also going to acknowledge that there are men out there using her content to weaponize against their girl, or they're using it as a whole to say, oh, see, modern women, y'all need to be like this. So I'm also going to give my perspective on all of that, because like I said, I'm going to give a very balanced perspective on all of this, because I just see so many different sides to the situation where it's just like, y'all dragged it. Like it just highlighted so many different things, from people being in relationships that they're not satisfied in, but also people having unrealistic expectations, but also people's insecurities, and also how men will be manipulative by using women to weaponize against other women to make them feel insecure and compete. So let's start off with the men. And of course, I'm not trying to generalize, because I understand like everyone has their own individual opinions and stuff like that. So I'm not going to put y'all all in one bubble, some of y'all really showed how unsatisfied y'all are with the women that y'all are with. And you guys need to like acknowledge that. And honestly, some of y'all are just embarrassing as well. So it's almost like instead of confronting the problem that you have with the women that you're with because you feel like she's not showing up in the way that you want her to show up, some of y'all are using Kaya's content to basically try to make your girl feel insecure or make her feel jealous in order to basically try to manipulate her into giving you the results that you want. When it's like, do y'all communicate y'all feelings to y'all girl instead of doing it in like a passive aggressive way? Like some of y'all are coming on this internet saying that you would cheat on your girl with Kaya, and I think that's very weird because it's like, if you're not happy with your girl, first of all, who even admits out loud like, hey, I'm gonna go cheat on my girl? Why do you even feel like it's okay for you to make a comment like that saying you're gonna go cheat on your girl with somebody else? Granted, even if she's just online, it's still disrespectful and it's weird. Like if you're not happy in your relationship, get out of your relationship. Nobody's holding you down. You get what I'm saying? So that's one thing I want to get out the way. But also, before we even get into that, let's run it back real quick. I feel like it's necessary for me to explain my mindset when it comes to just the whole boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife thing, just so you understand my mindset, so you understand where my commentary is coming from. So for me, I live on my own, I pay my own bills, I stock my own fridge, and I cook my own food, right? And when it comes to the whole idea of dating, I'm the type of person, my mindset is I'm not going to date you just for fun. I don't date honestly for fun. I date with intention. So if in my mind I see that like, I don't really know if I would take things further with you based off of your character and of course other things, if I don't see that potential with you, I'm not even going to waste my time. So for me to get into a relationship with a person is because I see potential and things going further based off of aligned values and just mindset, right? Now, I love to cook. I cook for myself daily. Now, if I have a boyfriend, yes, I cook for myself, but I'm not obligated to cook for you. Keyword, obligated. I don't have to cook for you. Why? Because you're not paying for the roof over my head and you're not putting food in my fridge. But I'm the type of person, I like to take care of people that I just love, that I, like that I value. So if I choose to make you my man and I decide like, oh, I want to make you something to eat, that's because I chose to make you something to eat, but I'm not obligated to do it, and you shouldn't have the expectation for me to do it because I haven't set unrealistic expectations on you either. Now, if we take things further to the next level and say like we're living together, which will only ever happen if you decide to make that commitment to me that you want to spend your life with me, hence meaning you put a ring on my finger. So you being my fiance or my husband, then when we're living together, I have a rule where I'm not living with anybody if I have to split a bill with you. Personally, for me, I just have the standard of if I'm going to be living under the roof with a man, he is going to be covering the main bills. I don't mind covering like the little small stuff, but he is going to be responsible for paying those bills. And with making that type of commitment, I feel like they're just unsaid rules. If you're paying for the bills and you're stocking the fridge, I don't mind cooking for you. So yes, y'all can then come and say, oh, well, we expect a meal and stuff like that. That's fine. You get what I'm saying? Like, and it doesn't mean that you can't get up and go in the kitchen if I'm feeling tired or something like that. So yes, if I have the expectation of you to cover the bills, I wouldn't mind cooking for you. Why? Because I cook for myself. So if I'm cooking for myself and you're my husband, why wouldn't I want to cook for you as well? And I'm just so confused with these conversations because how are y'all living together and nobody's cooking? Like, I'm confused. Like, are y'all like ordering food every day or something? Like, do you guys got money? Because I don't be wanting to order off Uber Eats because of them damn delivery fees. So for me, I just feel like it's more reasonable to cook. But also, I'm not gonna lie, food just tastes better when you cook it yourself. That's the part of the conversation that I'm not understanding. Unless y'all are shacking up and you're not pulling your weight as a man, so the woman doesn't feel motivated to also show up in the way that you want her to show up. Or you're just with a person who is lacking the things that you feel like you require, which is on you to make the decision on whether you want to be with that person or not. But it's also also just like, if you're working a job and she's working a job and y'all are going 50-50 and y'all working the same hours and you're expecting her to have a hot meal on the table every night, I feel like that's just a little unreasonable. Because if y'all are both working and y'all are both contributing, I think it's fair that y'all both contribute in every way. If you're gonna go 50-50, go 50-50 on everything. Don't just sit there with the mindset of, oh, you're gonna go to work and she's gonna go to work, you're gonna put in the same work, you're gonna split the bills, and you're expecting her to also feed you every night. I just feel like that's unrealistic. And I'm not saying it's unrealistic as in it can't happen, but I feel like when you really think about just dynamics, you wanting a woman to show up for you consistently a particular way, I feel like that requires you to give her a certain level of leisure to where she has that flexibility to show up in the way that you want. But for the men who are just boyfriends complaining about how your girl don't cook for you and stuff like that, I just feel like, come on, be for real. And I'm not saying that she can't make you a hot meal here and there, because like I said, if you care about a person, you naturally want to take care of them. And I also just want to acknowledge the various nuances to just this conversation, because I have grown to realize that there are a lot of people in relationships with people who are not ready to be in relationships, people who can't even properly take care of themselves, people who they don't even respect, people who are not pulling their weight, but y'all have all these expectations. And it's just like, how do you have all these expectations? The math is not mathing. So I just feel like it's a lot of people who have these unrealistic expectations, or they just have this entitlement, when it's like, what are you doing to feel like you deserve that? And it's not to say like, oh, you know, making a hot plate for somebody is not that big of a deal. But like I said, as a cooking content creator myself, when I be having people in my DMs like, oh, do you sell plates, or oh, can you cook for me? I have in the back of my head, listen, I'm not cooking for nobody that's not putting food in my fridge, and you're not paying for the roof over my head. It's just not happening. You want food, go to a restaurant. Now, if you're my man, then I don't mind cooking for you, because again, if I intentionally chose for you to be my man, there's clearly value in you that I see based off of value that you also bring into my life. So for me to pour into you is not going to be a big deal, because you also pour into me in other ways. But if y'all are sitting here and y'all not pouring into y'all woman, and y'all expecting her to pour into y'all, just be for real. Come on. It's like y'all want to play house but not under the right conditions, and I feel like that's where y'all are having y'all issues. And if you feel like your woman can't cook and that's something that you require, maybe guide her and, you know, do a little cooking class with her or something. But don't just sit here and shame her. Like, if she genuinely cannot cook, then try to help her, be of assistance to her, give her some advice, or, you know, point her in the right direction. Be like, hey baby, like, I seen this content creator and she makes this that I really like. Can we like spend the day trying to like make it or something? Y'all can be of assistance. But to sit here and try to bash your woman because she's not showing up in the way that you want, and now you're trying to use another girl to make her feel jealous, I just feel like it's wrong, honestly. But y'all chose to be in the relationships that y'all chose to be in, so y'all do what y'all want at the end of the day. And also, I've been noticing there are some men who are intentionally trying to get a reaction out of their girlfriends by playing Kaya's videos while she's around, or they're like calling her while they made food based off of like following one of Kaya's videos. And it's like the way that they're talking to their girl, it's like you want to get a reaction out of her, because you know she's gonna feel some type of way about you watching this girl's content. And I feel like that's the part of the insecurity with women that I'm not really tripping up too much about, even though some of y'all really. So like I was saying, I've seen videos of guys using Kaya's content to basically try to trigger and get a reaction out of their girl. And I just feel like, why even take it to that extent? I don't know. I feel like insecure people who are in relationships tend to like to make their partner feel insecure, because it feeds their ego to not feel as insecure. I hope y'all get what I'm trying to say. But I just feel like, why do you even want to trigger your partner to get a jealous reaction out of them? Like, what does that benefit you besides, I don't know what, because you want a good laugh, or again, because it strokes your ego? So I've seen videos of guys where they're basically like recording their girl without her knowing, but they're watching a whole lot of Kaya's videos just to see like what their girl is gonna say, how she's gonna react. And I've noticed that the girls who are giving like the most insecure reactions, it kind of gives like, you know, your man is a dog, but like you still keep taking him back, so that's why you're giving the reaction, which goes into the whole idea of like, you know, when women who are with men that they shouldn't be with but they still keep staying with them. and then they find out that other women are in the picture, but instead of them attacking their man, they go attack the woman because for what reason, I don't know, because they still want to be with the man basically. So it's like, that's what I feel like the girls are doing online. Like, y'all are attacking this girl, and I've seen videos where like a girl is like pretending like, oh, when she see Kai, she's gonna want to fight her. It's like, is it really that serious? Like, your man does not know this girl from a hole in the wall. And granted, like I said, it's not okay if he's going about the situation in a disrespectful way, because I've seen the disrespect. But if your man is just happening to come across her content, and I'm not saying like he's watching her content all the time and in a disrespectful way, so it's like him looking at her content shouldn't make you feel so insecure to where you feel like you need to put her down, you need to try to nitpick and all of that stuff. Because let's be honest, if I come across a handsome guy's page, I'm gonna look through his content. And honestly, it don't even have to be a guy. I'm just a curious person. If I come across a page and I'm like, let me go see what they're about, I'm gonna go look at your content, but I'm not gonna do it in a disrespectful way to where it's like I'm lusting after you, and then I'm also making it known to my partner that I'm lusting after them. I just think that's the part where y'all bring in problems into your relationships that y'all don't need to bring into your relationships if you just knew how to act. You get what I'm saying? There's a time and place for everything, and sometimes you just need to know how to read the room. Like, honestly, it really just comes down to respect. If you're in a relationship, you should respect your partner in the way that you want to be respected. Point blank, period. So I think like all that you trying to get a reaction out of your partner, I honestly just think it's corny and immature in my opinion. But hey, y'all do what y'all want to do. Like I said, y'all gonna stay in y'all toxic relationships anyways. So yeah. And honestly, some of y'all women are really exposing how insecure y'all are, and I think y'all should like, you know, take a step back off the internet. Because if you're coming online and you're basically like, oh, you want to fight her, I'm hearing girls got group chats planning on jumping her. Somebody leaked her intimate videos. Like, y'all are doxing her and leaking her address. Y'all even got the girl's TikTok page banned. Like, I really don't think it was that serious. If you are secure in yourself and you are secure in your relationship, you should not feel so threatened by the situation. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not that big of a deal. And you want to know why the girls are really tripping out? And the crazy thing is, the same people who are so triggered by her content, if it was, I don't know, like an Instagram model in the kitchen doing the same thing, y'all wouldn't be tripping up so much, because in your mind, you know she's out of reach for your man. Those would be the same women that will be hyping up Jada and Ari twerking. But because Kaya is a good looking average girl, you feel like she is within reach of your man. And it's like, listen, if your man can be taken from you, because at the end of the day, we all have free will. You cannot lock somebody down, and you shouldn't want to even operate like that in your relationship. You should want a person to choose to be with you because they chose to be with you. And you just got to trust that they're going to be with you. But you also got to trust your judgment of the person that you chose. If you know your person is not good, you know your person don't got no damn discipline or self-control or no respect, you should not even be with them in the first place, because you're putting yourself in a compromising situation by allowing your insecurities to be triggered. Because another thing, once a man realizes, and I feel like just anybody, once a person realizes that they can toy with your emotions because you have shown how insecure you are, that person, if they're not a good person, if they're a toxic person, if they're a manipulative person, they're going to weaponize that against you. They're going to have you like a yo-yo, and they're going to manipulate you in order to get what they want, because they see your weak spots, because you made it so evident. Another thing that kind of gave me a little giggle was to see guys come online and basically say like, oh, you know, women shouldn't be mad, y'all should be taking notes, which I can understand what they're saying with that. But when they go on to pedestalize Kaya and say like, oh, y'all need to be more like her, this is all men ask for, blah blah blah, in my mind it's like, okay, y'all like the fantasy that y'all see behind the camera, but let y'all girl come online cooking and shaking ass for the camera, y'all gonna have a heart attack. So please, okay, please keep it at what you like to see and just keep it pushing. That's all. And another thing that I realized with this situation, the men again have gotten their way. And why I say that is because there are women now coming online creating content that feeds into that male gaze. It's like y'all are just giving men more of what they want, and then y'all complain that y'all are not getting the treatment that y'all deserve, or y'all are complaining that y'all are not getting the respect that y'all want. But y'all also have to understand that there's a difference between creating content online and real life. Kaya is doing what she's doing online and she's gaining a lot of male attention. God knows from what kind of men, but it's also just like you have to think about things in reality. If you come online and you're shaking your behind, that is not going to attract the type of quality man that you want. In my opinion, no guy who respects himself but also his woman is gonna want his woman coming online shaking his behind. But even if let's take the male opinion out of it before y'all try to say, oh well, nobody cares what men want. You as a woman should not want to come online sexualizing yourself, but you know, like everybody does what they want to do. So it's like while y'all are trying to fight for the male attention, my thing is what type of attention is being drawn to her? Do y'all really think about that? Do y'all just care about attention, or do y'all care about quality, respectable interactions? My thing is the girls are getting into this big uproar about her getting male attention, because let's be honest, the girl's been making videos long before, but because she's caught the male attention is why things are now going all crazy. Because in my opinion, if you come across content that you don't like, that you are looking at, because there's girls on here that's doing way worse online. Y'all are just bypassing their stuff, or y'all don't really pay attention to it. But because she's doing something that's cooking, and now you got girls like, oh, she's cooking basic food, like it don't matter. The girl's trying to get paid and the girl's probably getting paid. So it's like for y'all to now try to nitpick at little things, it's just like, for what reason? Like if it don't bother you, just keep it pushing. If you're worried about your man being snatched by another woman, you shouldn't be with that man in the first place. So my thing is, yeah, online she's getting a lot of male attention, but what type of attention is she getting? What type of quality people is she gaining attention from? Do you want that type of quality? And for the women who are basically now creating that content because you feel like, oh, this is what men want to see, and some of them are just, you know, in a funny way, but for the women who are now going to take that approach, it's just like you have to be mindful of what you put out is the type of attention that you're going to attract. In my opinion, and I don't mean this in like a shady way or anything like that, people who are worried about their man being taken is just like, what type of quality guy do you have that you feel like a girl on the internet that's shaking her ass, your man is gonna want her and take her serious? And I'm not saying a guy is not gonna take a girl serious because she's online doing that, but again, for me personally, I just wouldn't want to draw in that type of attention because it's not coming from a respectful place. It's coming from, you don't know who is sitting behind them damn screens. It could be some old crusty man. Ugh, just the thought of it is just ill. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't know who's behind those pages that are interacting with her. So for you to feel envious or feel insecure about it, it's just like, for what reason? Like, you should be secure in yourself. And even for me, my first impression when I came across her page, the first thing I noticed, I'm like, oh baby, her body is banging. Now, if you're insecure about your body, you feel like you need to project onto her and try to like find little things to nitpick. That's just your projections. Honestly, I really don't understand how y'all even allowed this to escalate so far, because it's like, was it really that serious? And I feel like women probably could have gotten on board with her content, but because she started making those comments like, I'll take your man or cook for your man, it comes across as her being a pick-me, but also it's like you're trying to put other people down in order to lift yourself up, but also you're portraying yourself in a very sly way, and people are not gonna like that. So I can understand why women just didn't take well to her content, because let's be real, like, men are not the only genders that like to admire beautiful women. Like, if you're beautiful, if you're handsome, people are going to admire that just regardless. But when a person is insecure, they're not gonna want to admire it. They're gonna try to find things to nitpick about it. And I feel like that's what people were doing. And because she had a natural body, because she had her natural hair, because she's pretty, just from all those little things, like, it would make people not like you. So basically, to sum all of this up, men, you need to not have unrealistic expectations for your girlfriend. If it is your wife and you are pulling your weight, then maybe we can discuss expectations, right? Because there will be unsaid expectations, even though you should still communicate it, you know. Also, men, you should know that your girl don't want to be compared to another girl, and you're uplifting that other girl to basically put her down, to try to make her seem like she needs to get on the other girl level. You should know that that's bound for your girl to have an attitude with you and probably want to break up with you. So it's like, if you're smart and you really enjoy your relationship, don't even play that trick on her, because you're gonna be single. Also, to the women, based off of my standards, I'm always gonna tell you, listen, you don't need to go over, above, and beyond for your man that's not your man. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can do for them, right? You can still show up for them, but you're not obligated to do anything. If you want to do it out of the kindness of your heart, cool. But for the man to have the expectation of you to show up in a certain way and he's lacking on his part, I just don't think that's right, and I don't think it makes sense. Like, we're not about to play house. And also, to some of the women, y'all need to really get control of your insecurities, because y'all really showed yourselves and it looks so bad. Like, it really showed how like competitive women are. And honestly, I'm so grateful for the internet, because it really highlights and allows you to study human behavior, because like you can experience things in real life and not really understand why things are happening, but when situations like these happen, it really validates the things that you be going through, or just the things that you experience or that you hear about. Because it's like, wow, like there are a lot more insecure people in this world than you would expect, honestly. Like, and it's actually scary to see the lengths that people will go to project onto you because of the way that they're feeling. My thing is, if you're feeling insecure about not being able to cook, but she's basically setting that standard and you feel like you're now lacking, go on YouTube and learn how to cook. Shit, follow my page, I'll show you a little something. But it's like, there are so many resources out here that you don't need to feel like you need to attack another person because you feel like you're lacking. You get what I'm saying? Gain control of your insecurities. Do not allow your insecurities to control you to where you out here looking like a mad woman. Like, please get in control of your insecurities, because some of y'all really made a fool of yourselves and it was honestly unwarranted, in my opinion. But you know, hey. And also, if you're in a relationship with a person that makes you feel insecure, like intentionally, and they do things that are just disrespectful, you should not be with that person, because you are compromising your well-being to stay in a relationship with a person that doesn't create an environment for you to even feel, whether it's emotionally safe, mentally safe, spiritually safe, physically safe, you know what I'm saying, like financially safe. Like, those are things that you should require within yourself out of self-love, and you should not compromise on those things for a person to basically come in and just mess up your whole energy. And also, finally, to my ladies, if you are heterosexual and you like men, it is okay to take advice from men. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't like this whole gender war thing that's going on, to where women are like, oh, you shouldn't listen to men, like nobody cares what they have to say. Like, to me, that just doesn't make sense, because how are you not open to information from the gender that you are interested in? And of course, take it with a grain of salt. Eat the meat, spit out the bones, and don't allow them to manipulate you. But take information that you feel like will be beneficial to you and utilize it. Utilize it correctly. Utilize it in the right circumstances and the right conditions, and be open to their desires and wishes. And I feel like the same thing for men. Like, if women tell you that they don't like something, or that they do like something, and you know you want to be with a woman, like, be open to their advice, because they're telling you what they want. But if y'all are so stuck in your egos to where it's like, I don't care what you say, I'm gonna do what I want, that just doesn't make sense for me, because now you're going to continue your cycle of not being able to show up in the way that you feel you should show up, but also in the way where the person who you want to be with wants you to show up. Like, you should be open to their advice. So I'm gonna just wrap this video up, because I feel like I pretty much said everything that I needed to say. Of course, if I had more information, I'm pretty sure I would have other different perspectives to include, but I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really out here trying to go search for like 1,000 videos. I just got the main gist of what I needed to get, logged off online, because y'all know being online is not good for your mental health. So please protect your energy, please, okay? But anyways, I'm just gonna end this video here, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.